Tsunami. Giant waves caused by earthquakes or volcanic eruptions under the sea. Out in the depths of the ocean, tsunami waves do not dramatically increase in height. But as the waves travel inland, they build up to higher and higher heights as the depth of the ocean decreases. And as it crashes into land, disaster, catastrophe, strike.
Millions of Southern Californians will start their day with a full night's rest. That was not the case yesterday when a magnitude 4.4 earthquake rocked the Los Angeles area. Everybody's okay.
Coming up, world problems for a troubled
Earthquake.
winter. Yep,
We're having an earthquake.
They had to duck and cover. Duck under the desk, but still cover the story.
An SD-1045 inside Hurricane Sam this past week. This is pretty incredible. This instrument is battling.
Now that you've witnessed the terror and horror of such calamity, let's learn how to deal with some. I've divided this into 3 parts: before, during, and after. And so, let's get going and see what to do against a tsunami, shall we?
That God had guiding us that. I didn't put us before him.
Alright, let's get started with what you should do before a tsunami comes. There's a few things you should do, or well, know, before facing off against the tremendous waves. Firstly, doing research on places with high risk of tsunami or earthquake, and plans for each location, as each place does not have the same risk to so. Example being Japan and the Philippines having a very high risk due to it being close to what's known as the Ring of Fire, which is a string of underwater volcanoes and earthquake sites around the edges of the Pacific Ocean, also known as zones that has the highest risk of earthquakes and tsunamis. You could avoid them entirely, but if you must, knowing the risk can help you prepare for some. Following that, we will need to know the alerting system and sirens of where you reside in. For example, this is the tsunami alert system of Japan. To the phone of the citizen of Japan, they will receive this warning along with that very disturbing sound. They will know to look out for a tsunami. Terrifying, but better than nothing. Lastly, personally making survival kits in advance in case of such disasters. Being self-sustaining is very crucial, which these survival kits should last us a few days or so, as a tsunami can last quite some time. And living during so, especially with everything being flooded, can be proven quite arduous, I'd say. So having a backup plan ready to go at any time is a wonderful boost to your survivability. and your quality of life during so. Speaking of which, we can segue into our second topic, what to do during a tsunami. For sure, you must evacuate to a higher ground. You must, and I mean must, even if it's difficult, remain as calm as possible and safely follow the protocols you've been studying and revising all this time. And don't forget your survival kits. Might as well use it now that you've made it. If you're at sea level, stay there. The waves are not as high there. So, stay calm, do what you planned, and count your blessings. Because there's not much we can do, really. Finally, we can see what to do after a tsunami now. Firstly, there's many possibilities of aftershocks or secondary effects, to the point where another tsunami can happen. So, be sure to keep up with the news and only return when the local officials announce that it's safe to do so. Even so, your home might be filled with hazards beyond what you can normally see. Leak gas, malfunctioned electric outlets, waiting to greet you back with a shock. So, in order to avoid so, you can rely on professional help for your home re-entry. And now, after the waves gone by, your tired eyes witnessing the destructive forces of these unforeseen tides. After all of this, you just want to go home to where you feel warm. So, after countless nights of restless twilight, if in the end the only thing that survived is you, perhaps maybe we will survive this endless slaughter that is life out there too. And that is all for today's episode of What to Do During a Tsunami. I hope this was informative and entertaining to some degree. With that out of the way, see you later.